Hello, Summerlin agents. It's Tim. Happy Friday. Quick little update on this week, what's going on into next week. I want to give some kudos and some shout outs to some agents that are having a great March so far. First thing of business is the flooring. Okay, you've gotten enough emails and text messages and posts on Facebook that today at 5 o'clock, Friday, up until Monday morning at 8, the office is going to be closed to everybody. The flooring people are going to be in here putting a special sealant on the flooring. They're going to have to do some, it's going to be very noisy. They have to bring in some machinery. So do not by any means come into the office over the weekend, even if you have a private office. Sorry about that, gang. It's going to be too noisy, too much going on, too much activity with the flooring company for anyone to be here. So please utilize the other 3 offices, okay? My goal is that we'll have the flooring completed by the middle of next week. So that's the plan. So my apologies for the last 4 or 5 weeks. A lot of dust going around, things like that. So my apologies, but we'll get all this fixed. I promise when it's finished, you're gonna be very impressed with the outcome of it, okay? A couple of shout outs. Anna Mary Gonzalez, Joe Pessin, Darren Bryan, you guys having a great month, over 2 million in volume. And then we have Stacy Shealy and Daniel Rosenberg. They're both over 3 million in volume for the month. So way to go, the 5 of you. We still have a week left in the month, so let's add to that $1 million club that Suzanne produces every month for us, okay? We had a fun meeting yesterday in the Southwest office. We had Alex Mihai, our corporate attorney, come in, talk more about risk management, talk more about our E&O policy. It really is the best errors and omission policy in the industry, hands down. I worked at another company for 11 years. I had to pay deductible if I ever got sued. I have friends that work for other companies where they have to pay deductible, and a lot of things aren't covered. There are so many things that our policy covers. They're called endorsements that we added to the policy at no cost to the agents to protect you in case something happens. Quick story, agent showed a property. It was vacant. The pool was empty. The client jumped on the diving board, broke the diving board, fell into the empty pool 8 feet deep, broke his leg. Now you might say it's the client's fault. What's he doing jumping on a pool, on a swimming pool diving board when it's empty? To make a long story short, our E&O covered that, okay? So little stuff like that it covers, but hopefully you'll never have to use it. But just know that it's the best policy in town, 0 deductible. You really, really can't beat it. Also, down below, I need you guys to scroll down when you get this every week, even if it's real fast, okay? I want you to be aware of things that are going on, things like our free CE classes. I took one last week, this week in the Northwest office. There's another one next Friday in the Northwest office, 3 credits, I think, on contracts, or it might be agency. These are not general credits. These are the ones that we need, okay? So if you're not aware of the classes in the Northwest office, next Friday, call up to the Northwest office, talk to Mackenzie or Katie, they will help you. There's also going to be classes in April and in May, and these are free. Okay, so make sure you're doing that, as well as, of course, Key Realty School. Down below, get accustomed to the website. Okay, go to keyrealtyschool.com/ROGCE and just get familiar with that page. You're going to have to go there when you need CE credits, and of course, we pay for it. So you really can't beat it. So kind of keep that in mind. Wendy still has some allergies, so as you can see, she's not here, okay? She's in the Northwest office. All this dust is driving her crazy, as well as a lot of us that have allergies. So hopefully she'll be back with us next week or the week after when everything is finished. But if you need her, she's in the Northwest office, has her own office up there. And you can call her, text her, all that kind of stuff as you normally do, okay? Note down below, Mark Otero has a new license expiration date, okay? It's down below. Okay, same license number, but it expires in 2027 instead of 2025. So make sure you have that for when you're filling out all of your forms. It's really, really important, okay? And like I said, down below, scroll down. There's changes to Zelle if you're using Zelle, okay? We have the one tool chest down below. Take advantage of all these tools, technologies, resources that we have for you guys that you don't really pay for. I mean, you pay $100 a month, don't get me wrong, okay? But for that $100, you get so much. Things like Rate My Agent and Box Brownie, discounts with Boomtown. All of this stuff is down below, and it's also in your Zone account. Okay, log into your Zone account and get familiar with all these things. There's some really, really good stuff on there. And last but not least, down below is it's black and white. It's how to upload the BBRA to SkySlope. A lot of you still are not doing that. okay? A lot of you, and I know you're doing this, are getting it signed by your buyer after you show the house, okay? Now, if you get caught, we get audited, that's a huge fine, okay? The huge fine is to you. Now, we're gonna get fined too for what they call lack of supervision, that we didn't supervise you properly or train you properly or give you any training on how to fill out the BBRA. And as you all know, we've been talking about it for months, okay? So do not show the property before your buyer signs the BBRA. And in some cases, if we get audited, if the BBRA and the duties owed and the RPA is all docu-signed or authenticated at the same time, that's gonna be a violation. You might say, well, why, Tim? I showed my buyer all these things at the same time. Well, if they sign the BBRA at 12 noon and they sign the duties owed at 12 noon and 30 seconds, okay, and the RPA at 12:01, how much time did you, at least by this timestamp, did you give to explain everything to your buyer? Now, I'm sure you did. You may have spent hours prior to them signing this explaining the duties owed and the BBRA. But if we get audited and they see the timestamps, it doesn't matter. They're gonna say that you didn't explain anything to anybody and you're gonna get fined. We don't want you to get fined, okay? I stay on top of these things for you. I send you guys the alerts all the time when I get the MLS errors that you guys might get for a violation with closing dates or a photo, whatever it might be. So I'm doing my best to get you guys so you're not fined, but I need you to participate here a little bit, okay? All right, kids. All right, gang. It's NCAA time. March Madness is here. So hopefully you're a basketball fan. This is the best time of the year if you're a basketball fan. I'm a big St. John's fan. I'm a New Jersey guy. So I root for the Big East. So hopefully Rick Pitino will advance through the tournament. Okay. If you need anything, as always, I'm around all weekend. Wendy's around also. And I look forward to seeing you all Monday. And again, do not come into the office this weekend. Bye.